couple of weeks ago, I came up with a brilliant idea for a YouTube video. I thought, since I am in my third trimester of pregnancy, I'm getting bigger and there's literally nothing in my closet that fits me anymore. That's why in most videos you see me wearing the same clothes over and over again, because nothing fits me. For reference, I went from size 34 to size 44 and I'm not done growing. So yes, that is the current status of my life. So I thought there's no better time than right now to go and thrift for maternity, because it cannot be this hard, right? I've been thrifting since high school, almost exclusively. 99% of my closet is thrifted. So I guess I can call myself a professional thrifter. It cannot be this hard, right? So I decided to take myself on a little thrifting spree. Honestly, there's nothing that makes me more excited than thrifting, and drove myself to a few thrift stores. I thought that this is going to be the easiest thing ever, because normally when I go to thrift stores, I see a lot of beautiful, unique clothes in larger sizes. So in my head, like, okay, before pregnancy, I was like extra small, small. Now I'm probably large, I would say. So I thought I'm gonna find a lot of beautiful clothes. I don't know about you guys, but I always find very beautiful clothes in larger sizes. So again, I was very excited. I thought it's going to be the easiest thing ever. Little did I know, the moment I walked into this new thrift store that I've never been to before, I saw so many beautiful clothes in my previous size. I almost cried. I saw this beautiful beaded black skirt that was cut on bias. Looking back at this video, I actually regret not getting it, because I assumed that one day I'll be back to my previous size. At least that's what I'm thinking that's going to happen. And then I saw so many Lululemon, Athleta, and I know this is just activewear, but everybody knows that those clothes are quite expensive, and they are actually, in my opinion, pretty good quality, especially Lululemon. As a pattern maker, again, I'm not an expert in activewear, but I do like Lululemon. I think they do have nice quality, and I just regret not getting this stuff. It was all again in my previous size. I was very sad and decided not to get it, but I kept looking, and the thrift store was amazing. There was a lot of things, and at the end of the day, I had a full basket of clothes that I was very excited about. Yes, I was very, very excited. I really thought I hit the jackpot, but then my nightmare started. I put on a first dress, and guess what happened? Yes, it looks terrible, literally terrible. And I'm not showing you everything that I tried on, because I tried on more things. Everything looked bad on me. Literally, I didn't cry, but I was so mad, because I thought it's going to be the easiest thing ever, but turns out that clothes that are in larger sizes, they just don't fit me. The thing is, sometimes buying larger sizes when you're pregnant doesn't necessarily work, because the area that mostly grows is the belly. I mean, in my case, I feel like I'm just bigger everywhere. That's why maternity exists, and I had no idea that that's what I should have done from the beginning. So just FYI, I have placed an order at H&M. Actually, I haven't shopped at H&M for 10 years or more. I just haven't. So yeah, the order is coming. It's going to be probably in the next video. So I bought a bunch of maternity stuff. So definitely stay tuned for that if you're interested to see if that works or not from a pattern maker's perspective, because again, I know what I'm talking about. So yes, like you saw, nothing fit me except this thing. I actually decided to buy this, and it's not the most flattering, but it's linen and it's extremely comfortable. So I was just like, you know what? Let's just get it and see how it goes. I can always remake it into something else. So then I decided to shift my focus from clothes to furniture or decor. And I found a few beautiful vases. This yellow one I absolutely love. Then I found this grayish blue one that I absolutely adore. They look really good in my dining room. I also found this one that everybody thinks looks like a poop emoji. I absolutely disagree. I think it's beautiful. It was $1 and I love it. By the way, if you like this art piece, I made it. So if you want to watch the process, there's a video on it. Actually, that video got only 100 views, so very bad. I was really sad about it because it took me about 3 weeks to make this, but I'm still glad I tried it because it looks fabulous. At that point, I was still very optimistic about my thrifting spree, so I went to a few more thrift stores. I went straight to the section that does home decor and furniture to see if I find anything nice. I really liked that tray. I just wasn't really sure about the gold color. Now looking at it, I probably should have gotten it because I think it would really look good in my house, but I guess you live and learn. I'm going to probably find something better in the future, hopefully. And then obviously I went to a clothing section and I didn't like anything. Everything looked bad. And also, Goodwill has this weird thing that they don't let you try their clothes there. They have all those changing rooms that they don't let you use. It's really not that good. And also, Goodwill doesn't really have a lot of good stuff. So at this point, I was so discouraged. I stopped recording. I went to a few more stores and I just didn't even record because there was nothing, absolutely nothing worth my time. So I went home and decided that I'm done with thrifting, absolutely done with thrifting. I don't know if it's because my body's changing and I cannot really find anything that I like. Nothing looks good on me, literally nothing. Or is it the thrift stores? And I kind of feel like it might be a little bit of both, because I personally, what I discovered, I don't know about you guys, but I really like going to small local thrift stores. They have usually good prices, they have volunteers, and they support local causes. So all the money goes to local causes. They really have good stuff. They're not that greedy. But Goodwill, everything that it's a little bit better quality, designer, it goes on their website and they mark it up like crazy, sometimes more expensive than it actually was purchased for. Insanity. So I do not like Goodwill, just FYI. Then I started thinking to myself, instead of doing all this maternity thrifting spree, what if I just make my own maternity and postpartum clothes? I know how to make patterns, like it's not that hard, right? So the next day I decided to go to a fabric store and see what they have. I wanted to buy a bunch of fabric for potential outfits that I'm planning to make. And actually, let me grab my computer. I have my pregnancy and postpartum outfits board saved, and it's wonderful. And thankfully, it is getting warmer right now. It's really warm actually where I live, so I can wear linen and summery clothes. So they're just not that really hard to make. So I decided to go and shop for some fabric, for samples, to see what I can make for myself and what will look good. So in my head, I had a few ideas for my maternity and postpartum outfits. And the first thing that I wanted to make was silk pants, silk baggy pants. So I decided I'm going to look for some silk satin, or just satin. Doesn't have to be silk necessarily, but I always prefer silk. And I found this satin that was in the silk area. It was only $5. Turns out it was polyester, but pretty good polyester, I would say. And because I wanted to make a sample first, see how it goes, I decided to get that fabric. If it works well, I'm going to go and buy actual silk satin. But I thought just for sample, $5, there's nothing wrong with that. I think those pants will be perfect. I also wanted to buy some fabric for placemats because I just wanted to make some placemats for my dining table. So I was thinking between this black fabric and between this purple fabric with flowers. And I just ended up getting the purple one with flowers. I think it is a really nice fabric. I'm still debating if I want to make placemats or something else out of it. So let me know what you guys think. I think this fabric is pretty nice. Then I decided to get some cotton fabric for pajama pants, baggy pants, and just like lounging sets, tops. I thought it would be a really nice fabric for that. I also wanted to buy some linen for linen pants, but I'm going to wait till my order from H&M arrives because I bought some linen maternity and linen pants in size large. So I'm going to see the difference, how they're fitting me, and then I'm going to decide what kind of pattern I want to make, because I'm not sure if I want to make strictly maternity clothes, because again, I'm not going to be pregnant for that much longer, actually, fun fact. So I just don't think I'll find any use for those kind of clothes. So I might just make normal pajama pants that are just bigger size and not necessarily for maternity. So yeah, I'm aware that they might look a little bit off right now, but will fit me postpartum for sure. There's so many things, by the way, that I want to make. I have this whole Pinterest board. I want to make some skirts, some lounging sets. There is for sure a lot. So if you like any of those things, then definitely subscribe to my channel, because that's what I'm going to do probably for the next 2 months, make a bunch of that kind of stuff. So again, if you're interested, then definitely subscribe. You don't have to be pregnant, because honestly, I doubt I'm going to make something strictly maternity. Like I said, I'm not getting pregnant that much longer. And I've never made maternity patterns. I actually don't know how to do it. I can be a pattern maker and I know the theory, but I don't have any experience in making maternity. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. If you are interested in pattern making, then definitely keep on watching this video, because I'm going to show you how I took basic pants to pajama pants. So definitely keep on watching for that, and I'll see you guys later. So today I'm going to work on a few things. I'm going to make a basic pants pattern, and basic pants pattern, it's used for all of the pants that you make later. So it's very important to have one. And I have one actually, but the one that I have is made for my previous body. My body has changed a lot. And in pregnancy, obviously, different things change differently. Like the belly grows, for instance. So that pattern would absolutely not fit me. So what I'm going to do today, I'm going to make basic pant block in bigger size. I'm going to just use standard sizing. I'm going to make size 44 European, and I keep forgetting what it is in American, but it's like I would say large size. The reason I'm doing this one is because I'm basing the pattern off of the hip measurement. I know that I'm not going to be able to fit it at the belly area, but it doesn't matter. The basic pen block, as long as it's basic, it's fine, because then I can modify it to make whatever design or maternity design that I want. So that's what I'm going to do right now. And after that, I'll report back. All right, so here I'm working on my basic pants block in size 44. And if you're interested, I am using a pattern making system by this German company called M. Muller and Son. I hope I pronounced it correctly. And I have found that they have the best pattern making techniques, in my opinion, at least, because there are so many other books that I've tried that I just truly don't like. So this is my favorite pattern making system, and I'm not going to walk you through this because it is quite complicated. This definitely takes years of learning. All right, so to modify my basic pants block, I am starting by drawing some straight lines vertically, and then I'll do the same horizontally. And later on, I'll position the pants block on top of those lines, and they will serve me as a guide and help me to modify my old pattern into a new one. That's how pattern making is. Essentially, you always use basic pants block for all the pants that you want to make in the world, and you just modify it. It's honestly pretty simple, but you gotta know what you're doing. This is the back pattern that I'm tracing on top of those lines, and I will do exactly the same with the front. Now I'm adding a crotch line and a hip line, and also line in the center. I am not sure if you can see it here very well, but I changed the waistband. I also added extra centimeters to the sides and straightened the inner thigh area, so the pants will look completely different. Obviously, if you're interested, one day I can maybe teach you how to do this. If you have never done pattern making before, you might completely not understand what I'm doing, but I'm pretty sure if you've done it, you know exactly what I'm doing. All right, and now I'm going to show you how to sew a sample, or actually, I don't think I'm gonna show you how to sew it. I'm just going to sew it. And if it works well, I'm going to record more videos in the future where I'm making it. So more thorough, and you will be able to see exactly how to sew those kind of pants. They are very simple to sew. I am not sure if I mentioned this before, I might have, but I am aware that those pants will probably not look incredible on me because of the belly. However, I think it is better to make them like this instead of straight up maternity, because again, I'm not going to be pregnant for that much longer, so they will fit me really well after pregnancy. Guys, so I finished the samples. First one is just a normal pajama pants or just baggy pants. I'm gonna try them on and show you how they look like. And I also made a little bit different ones. Okay, they're not perfect, but I wanted to see how lower waist will look like. And oh, you'll see a result in a second. Not the happiest about it. I think I'm definitely not gonna choose low waist, like full low waist, but I wanted to try. That's what experimenting is for. So let me put the first pants on and you let me know what you think. By the way, excuse the mess. I've been moving rooms, so there's a lot of mess around here, like a lot. So don't judge. So I'm going to show you how the basic sample look like. Pajama pants, as you can see, or pajama or whatever. They don't have to be pajama necessarily. This is how they look like. They look good. Again, as you can see, I'm pregnant, so they might not be perfect. But because if I wanted to wear them like a pregnant woman would, I would want to maybe lower this a little bit. I think what I would change about these is I would make the waistband larger, add pockets, maybe lower the crotch slightly and make them a little bit wider, potentially taper the inner thigh because they might look a little bit better with that. I mean, it doesn't really matter, just whichever one you prefer. So, yeah, it might change a lot, but they look pretty good. And I think they're going to look really good for my future project. So, definitely stay tuned for that because I'm going to make them next week. And I also made another sample, completely different. So, I decided to make a new pattern, just low waist, and they are way bigger. Again, it's just a sample. So, I'm going to show you how it looks like. Okay, so the second pair, they look like this. As you can see, they are completely different. So they have low waist and it's also curved waist. So it's higher in the back, lower in the front, and these are a totally low waist. The other sample had straight waistband. This is a completely different waistband. And also I didn't add elastic waistband, which I should have done because that is how you make it properly. They would look way better if I did. So in general, you put elastic waistband and then you put drawstring on top of it, and that's how everybody makes it. It just looks better. But yeah, these are not too bad. I don't think I'm very, very happy about them. So I think I'll experiment a little bit more with the lower waist. This is what I'm going to do in another video. And I'm going to for sure sew a proper set in the next video. Anyways, if you stayed till this moment, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. But yeah, if you like this kind of content, then of course, subscribe. It actually helps me a lot because it helps me reach more people. And definitely let me know what you think about everything that you've seen in the video. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye bye.